human history boasts four ancient civilizations: Babylonian, Egyptian, Indian, and Chinese. Among these, Chinese civilization is the only one that has continuously developed without interruption for 5,000 years. Throughout this long history, numerous dynasties have risen and fallen, each implementing different penal systems tailored to their social and political contexts to maintain order, punish crimes, and consolidate power. The methods of punishing criminals in ancient China were exceedingly harsh and diverse, causing not only physical pain, but also immense psychological fear and torment. Below is a ranking of some common punishment methods, with execution by sword ranking only third, and the final punishment being truly horrifying. Level 1. Shame and torture. Flogging. An ancient form of punishment where the offender's back, buttocks, or legs were struck with bamboo slats or small rods, ranging from 10 to 50 strikes, divided into 5 levels based on severity. Caning, similar to flogging but more severe, involving beating with larger bamboo or wooden boards, often while the offender was stripped. Tattooing with ink. A punishment where characters were tattooed onto the offender's face and filled with ink, leaving a permanent mark of shame. Standing cage. A developed form of the kangi, used in the Qing dynasty, where the offender's neck was fixed in a wooden frame and bricks were placed under their feet. The severity of the punishment and the length of survival depended on the number of bricks removed. Finger squeezing, a common punishment in dramas, causing intense pain due to the fingers being connected to the heart. Castration, an extreme form of humiliation for male offenders, involving the removal of their reproductive organs. Historically, the famous historian Sima Qian suffered this punishment. Level 2. Dismemberment. Nose cutting. A punishment where the offender's nose was cut off, causing both physical harm and deep psychological shame. Foot amputation. An ancient form of corporal punishment where one or both feet of the offender were cut off, resulting in disability and loss of labor capacity. Level 3. Other cruel punishments. Burial. Alive, the offender was buried alive in the soil, suffocating as the soil pressed against their chest. Shooting with arrows, the offender was shot to death with arrows, a slow and painful process. Being eaten by animals, the offender was thrown into a cage with wild animals like tigers to be torn apart and eaten. Lead or tin pouring molten lead or tin onto the offender, causing severe burns and death. Head clamping. The offender's head was fixed and clamped with a circular device, causing great pain. Execution by sword. A common method of capital punishment where the offender's neck was cut with a sword or axe, often carried out publicly as a warning. Level 4. Boiling and burning. Boiling, also known as cooking in a cauldron, the offender was thrown into a large pot and boiled alive or fried in hot oil, symbolizing complete destruction and negation. Baking on a hot bronze pillar. The offender was forced to crawl on a heated bronze pillar and fell into the burning charcoal below, or their body was burned with a red-hot iron. Level 5. Extreme punishments. Skinning. An extremely cruel punishment where the offender's skin was completely removed from their body, exposing the flesh and bones. Historically, the famous eunuch Liu Jin, during the reign of Emperor Wuzong of Ming, suffered this punishment. Waist chopping. The offender's body was chopped into 2 halves at the waist with a heavy axe or sword, causing immense pain and despair. 5-horse dismemberment. The offender's limbs and head were tied to 5 separate carriages and pulled apart in 5 directions, tearing the body into 5 pieces. Ling Chi, also known as thousand cuts, one of the cruelest punishments in ancient China. The offender's flesh was cut off, slice by slice, until death. This process was long and painful, sometimes lasting for days. Historically, the famous general Yuan Chonghuan, during the late Ming Dynasty, suffered this punishment. These cruel punishment methods in ancient times not only inflicted physical harm on criminals, but also severely trampled on their psychological well-being and dignity. Their existence reflected the harsh legal systems and brutality of rulers in ancient societies. With the progress of time and the development of legal concepts, these cruel punishments have gradually been abolished, and modern penal systems now prioritize the protection of human rights and dignity.